acronym LARP.
Cool.
Well, LARP stands for Live Action Role Play, and LARPers for Live Action Role Players. I myself wasn't familiar with what it was in all until I watched a movie called Role Models with Paul Rudd. And the premise of it was that he got in trouble with his job that he's worked at for over a decade. And he had the choice to either go to jail or do some community service. So obviously he chose community service. And when he chose community service, he was put in this program to be a mentor for lonely kids. The kid that he was assigned was named Augie, and he was into live action role play. He was in this program to get a mentor because his parents didn't approve of live action role play, and neither did Paul Rudd until he saw what it meant to Augie when he was taking him to the conventions all the time. And when he finally participated himself, he saw what it was all about. So in this, I'll be discussing what LARP is, some of the demographics, and why people live action role play. So LARPers are a part of a diverse subculture where people of all ages come together to free their mind and become someone else. So let's first discuss what LARP is. What is LARP? According to Tracy Wilson on How Stuff Works 2006, she describes LARP as an interactive story piece of the world's history. People come to a designated location, and once they're in that location, they embody a character. They can dress up as fancy as they want, but you can dress really simple and it doesn't matter. People enjoy this in several ways. There are the people that call themselves dramatists, gamists, and immersionists. With the dramatists, they enjoy the storyline of the game, and with gamists, they enjoy the puzzles and the mysteries, the details of the whole thing, and participating in battles. And immersionists just enjoy embodying the character and growing as that character, not necessarily them as a person, but the character in the game. These can last from hours to days to weeks to even months. And when it lasts that long, it's called a campaign. When a campaign happens, they just congregate around the area and they meet on a regular basis, so kind of like a part-time job. So now that we've discussed what LARP is, let's talk about some of the demographics. So in 2015, LARP.org conducted a census about the people who attended the 2014 convention. 3,892 people participated, and some of the questions that were asked were age and gender. For gender, you can see that the men outweigh by 68%, where all the rest were categorized as women or other. When it comes to age, the most dominant one is 18 to 25, but as you can see, it goes all the way up to 60, so people of all ages can enjoy live action role play. So now let's discuss why people actually do this. So why do people live action role play? According to Lizzie Stark in her book, Leaving Mundania, published by the Chicago Review Press in 2012, she interviewed several people who live action role play, and a lot of the common answers were that they simply enjoy being a different person and getting away from their real life. They enjoy dressing up and coming together with like-minded people because it's really all about imagination, and they come together and create a story together. And so now I talk about why people are, let's recap. So to recap, I talked about what live action role play is, some of the demographics, and why people live action role play. LARPers are part of a diverse subculture where people of all ages come together to free their minds and become someone else. If you want to know more about live action role play, you can always visit larp.org, and they post all their events that they're having. They show where people come from to these things